Yeah, so I actually was able to put together somewhat of a decent team. All but one legendaries, I believe. I think, or no. I think I had two epics. No, I had one epic, one rare, and the rest legendaries. I had the rare strong safety, and I don't remember what his name is, but and then Quiddy Pay on my defense, and then on my offense I had what was it? DJ Chark Jr. and then
Shark.
oh yeah, Derwin was on the team. I'm doing my best to just try to make sure all of my mythicals are still on the team in every event. So, I'll use a cornerback but I'm only using one so PS2 can play and when it comes to strong safety, oh, did I? I thought I said wait. Oh, free safety. You're right. My bad. Free safety. So I had the rare free safety. Yep. And DJ Chark Jr., yeah, was one of my special teams receivers. And Forrest, yep, Forrest was the rare free safety. And then so for the offense, I have the Lumi ETN. Shout out to Honolulu Lions. Busted me off that Lumi ETN. That really helped a lot. And then, I mean, I'm happy about having it, but you know how I feel about this. I got actually, Butch helped facilitate a Pat Freiermuth or Freiermuth or however you say his name, but feel like I got the shit into the stick on that one. I'll be real, but but yeah. So that was my team of the kickoff guys. What did you have there, Butch?
Oh man, what did I have? Trying to actually, I could tell you right now. Let me go in here. So as far as bonuses go for that, so I had Edwards in as a linebacker, and then Simmons as the other linebacker. So that was a rare in there. I think that was the only rare I actually had on my starting big lineup, defense and offense. Other than that, I had Johnston in a wide receiver. That's an older card there. That's for the Chargers player.
Okay.
And he was just on special teams. And then other than that, I think I was rocking Fitzpatrick as free safety. Brendel on O-line. Had Shaheed also on special teams.
Shaheed.
And
solid.
Who else? Yeah. And then what else did I have? Like you said, I had Edwards. And then, yeah, I had Bowles on the O-line and Pittman Jr. Shaheed was in my starting for wide receivers, and Pittman Jr. was on special teams as in the other wide receiver slot. And then tight end, I had Musgrave.
Dude, sounding solid. I'm just excited to see you going and competing. Like, I feel like I've been, ever since the beginning, I feel like I've been doing my best to help mold you as best as I can. And
you definitely have. So I would definitely not be where I am today if not for what you have done and where you pushed me to and helped me out with. So and then that trickles down waterfall to everyone else I've somewhat reached out to and helped in these times. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I notice, and I actually hear from a lot of people that mention, even like Boosted in here, tells me how much he talks with you, and that definitely goes a long way, man. That's why it's awesome to have the community we do. So it is cool. But I'm just happy to see. Yep, Butch is the GOAT. I'm just happy to see you actually competing. For so long, Butch was just all about trying to make myth, and he wasn't competing.
I'm still about making the myth, though.
Yeah. I know it. If it weren't for the fact that I wanted that TJ Edwards, you would have sold him already. Let's be real.
You're actually 100% right.
Yo, what up, KC3P? Myth is king for sure. Butch knows. Dude, if anybody knows, Butch knows. I'm actually talking to him about trying to get... Oh, yeah, that's right. Snap into a Slim Jim. But I've been talking to Butch about trying to get him to have like his own little show on the YouTube channel talking about the ins and outs of free to play, or at least the ins and outs of making myth off of, epics. I mean, just in, what was it, Shakers? Dude, you made so much myth off of one card, just flipping Cushionberry over and over, right?
I know. Actually, King laughs about it. He jokes about it actually quite often. But I actually sent him a message the other day regarding buying a new jersey, and I actually just ordered one today. PS2 jersey.
Hell yeah.
The new jerseys. So, man, that thing was pricey, but you know what? It's going to be sweet. I'm heading to the Seahawks opener next weekend versus Broncos, so I'll be repping my PS2 navy blue jersey there. So it'll be good.
Dude, that's killer. But, yeah, that you got the new jersey. I like it.
Yeah, the new one. But see, as King said there, he throws it down on me all the time is I need to go out and buy a Kush jersey because the amount of myth alone I made on Kush would probably pay for the jersey.
Right? For real. You were making a bunch of myth there during Shakers. I love that Seattle stadium. It's dope. You've been there to the what's the name of Seattle stadium? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but Butch will be there. That's lucky bastard. He works hard for it, though. That season opener, I'm excited to see. That one's T-Mobile Field, 50 said. Or CenturyLink, the toilet bowl.
I think it's CenturyLink. Unless it actually may have changed names in the last year or two. I think actually 50's right.
Oh, wait. Isn't one and owning? Isn't one and owning? Aren't you a Seattle fan, one and owning?
The one in Onan is right. That stadium is insane. Saints. It is wild how loud it gets in there. It is crazy.
Sorry, it's Lumen Field.
Oh, yeah. No, he's right. It is Lumen Field. It's 100% Lumen Field.
Check your tickets. Yeah. Shout out Papa Bear. What's up, brother? And Mortis. Didn't catch you when you jumped in, Mortis. Thank you for joining us.
Loving all the people in here today. This is great.
Dude, I know. I love it. So next Monday, we're going to be doing another interview. And we've already talked about it, but it's going to be Tito Jackson. If you're in the Red Zone server or even just the regular Rival server, you probably know who Tito is. And so I want to get at least this much love for Tito when he comes. But we'll definitely be recording that one when that time comes. And tonight I should be releasing the Impasse interview from 2 weeks ago for the people that weren't able to catch that one. But there is another interview coming down the pipeline that I feel like a few of y'all would be interested in. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one. But another big thing that happened this week, we got, before kickoff even started, we got word that our mythical for this program is going to be Ja'Marr Chase. How's everybody feeling about that? And who is going for the mythical this program? I know myself, I am definitely going for that mythical. What about you, Butch? Not this time?
No, I'm not there yet. Let's be realistic. I gotta be realistic when I look at my team and realize that there's no way I'm topping the 100. So for me, that is when I am going for a few of the Legos in this one, competing. Once we hit that stage, that's when I'll probably be selling off some stuff. But yeah, that's going to be awesome. And I'm super, super envious of whoever in here is able to pull out that card. That is going to be one heck of a card. And he's probably going to be the highest paid wide receiver upcoming in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, CD got his extension today. How about that?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I think Ja'Marr is going to top it. I think he's going to come out top paid wide receiver.
It makes sense, but man, and with everything going on with fantasy, I just am avoiding Ja'Marr Chase like the plague when it comes to fantasy drafting right now because I'm just not sure about Joe Burrow yet. So I guess we'll see. But one thing we do know already is that Ja'Marr Chase card is going to be amazing. King said it best. Who needs endurance when you're already in the end zone with that speed? He said something along that lines, and no words have ever been truer.
Yeah, he's on point 100%.
I am excited to see how that dude moves. So we got Saint is definitely going. Real quick, KC3P. Yes, Tito is the dude that gave away the mythical Tyreek Hill. But Saint's going for it. One and Owning is going for it. 50 going for it. MF Bundy says Chase is a bum. King, I imagine that. Oh, yep, that means you're going for it. I need you to turn it all the way up. GD Franklin, are you going for it, bro? Come on. And then 50 said JJ is still the highest. Yes, he is. He is still the highest paid.
Yeah.
Burrow is out for season from opening his. Oh yeah, for real. No bullshit. You could breathe on that dude the wrong way and he's injured.
That's like Burrow is the Sammy Sallow of the NFL. You probably don't know who that is, but he was Mr. Glass for the Vancouver Canucks. Guy was always hurt. Didn't seem to be. It didn't matter what it was, but he was always injured.
This is a hockey reference, I'm assuming.
That's a hockey reference, yeah.
Old Canadian stuff from Butch. No, I know there's. Well, Papa's right there with you. I'm sure he knows exactly what you're talking about. Imagine they had a NHL rivals. Wonder how that would do.
I don't think it would be as good. I don't think it's. I don't think you could do it the same. It's not as easy.
Islanders for life. Where's the Islanders from, Butch?
The Islanders?
Yeah.
New York.
New York. Okay. MF Bundy said Islanders for life. Is that where you're from, Bundy? New York? I'm excited for that Ja'Marr Chase. I'm trying to put my team together now for that Ja'Marr Chase. I sent you a list of who I'm going for, but the last event it didn't get separated by offense or defense, but it was just, you have to have this many of the program cards. I hope it's that way this time, but there's just so few program cards this time around that I'm kind of concerned with what rabbit they're going to pull out of the hat. Past three were like that. Yeah, that's true. They were.
I think, look at that. Like, I love it. Detroit boosted through in a Detroit GIF here, and I used to love the Red Wings boosted. They used to, back in the day there. But anyways, back to that. I agree. I think what you're saying with the limited amount of cards, it almost makes it that they can't really do it any other way this time. I feel like it's just going to have to be the 8, regardless of defense or offense.
Maybe less than 8, because we do have, like One and Owning said, a mix of the road to the playoffs cards. Yes, but I think it's going to be a mix of road to the playoffs and then living legends. I think we're going to be expected to have at least one, maybe 2 living legends. And that's why I still need to get me a Justin Tucker. And who's the other one? Who's the O lineman? Jason Peters. I'm going to go ahead for him. Yeah, go ahead for him as well. And then get Elijah Vera Tucker from the kickoff wave. And then probably use Miners as my O lineman from Road to the Playoffs. But yeah, trying to put that team together now. I got KC3P said I got Peters and David. Oh, you got that Levante David and Norman. Damn, dude, share the wealth.
Jeez.
Did you KC3P? Did you pull those Legos or did you buy those Legos to craft those cards? Patrick Mahomes needs to damn retire. Nobody else won a championship. It's over for him. It's him over and over.
It's him over and over.
Oh goodness,
dude, you're speaking to the choir, buddy. There's no one else. There's no one else in here that hates Patrick Mahomes more than I do.
Yeah,
trust me.
Or the both of us at least.
Yeah.
So Casey 3P, you got 3 Normans out of the 600. Oh, 2 epics in a row. I'm talking about Legos, bro. I'm talking about Legos.
He must have bought Legos.
Yeah, did you buy your Legos or did you pull your Legos? Honolulu Lions posted a video the other night. He opened the what is it, $69.99 or the $59.99 packs, and he pulled I want to say he pulled 3 of them. I was like, damn, he pulled Russell Wilson, Melvin Gordon, and I want to say the other one was Josh Norman was the other one. But
all Legos?
Yes.
Damn.
All Legos.
Jeez.
Yeah, he got 2 out of one and then 1 out of the other one. So I mean, he did spend $140 or however, 120, 140 bucks. So, but that's badass because I know those, at least there for a while, those Living Legends cards were going for quite a bit. Yes, must be nice.
Yeah.
I got David already built for $350 at level 9 today. Oh, damn. How much did you spend? Oh, for $350. Nice. Wow, really? That's badass.
I've had an offer out on a Levante Lego all day at 185 for the crafter. Hasn't hit. So that says a lot right there. But it's funny because the Insta on his full crafted earlier today was legitimately 131. It was the Insta on the full crafted Levante was 131 this morning.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
And who were you? Who was helping you out with that Insta?
I think it was Crazed. If just off the top of my head, I think it was Crazed Racer was
Crazed
the
Racer.
one that had that for me. But yeah, so I threw a couple offers out. They were in all day for a fully crafted and the Lego crafter, and I didn't hit one. So it's yeah.
There you go. Look, KC3Pete just said that he just checked the Insta on David. It's 131. Now, with that being said, is that the crafted or is that the craft?
That's
craft
the
card?
crafted. No, that's a crafted.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I had an offer out. I bet you if you looked earlier today, it was 185 because I've had that Insta out all day at 185 for both the crafted and the crafting piece, and not either of them hit.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
I thought for sure that I would be able to hit on the crafting piece, the Lego, because there were 1 or 2 up there for 300 myth, and I was I think this morning as well the crafting piece. Someone said that was sitting at around 220 myth for Insta. I think it might have been Crazed as well because I think he saw it at 220 before he did his thing. But the full Levante was at 131.
Wow. So Saint is saying that there's no way to differentiate the two when you make an offer. And Jake is saying because they haven't added the year filter yet. That makes sense. So it's not an option in a period like how you
No. You can differentiate because I've done it. I've done it 3 times now.
You can differentiate now.
Yeah, you can, and I've done it 3 times, and I've actually had full. I know that it worked because I've had people tell me. So the only way that you can differentiate is you go in, and if I make an offer, so let's go with Levante David here for reference. I can put an offer in for a crafting Levante David at level 1 to whatever.
Can you share your screen and show us this?
Yeah, I could do that. But while I'm explaining, so it's pretty simple. And I've done it. Like I said, I did it 3 times. I did it for Justin Tucker too. and it worked. I had no issues with that as well. I did it for both epics and both rares. So all I did was, when putting in an offer, you have to choose level 1 to whatever, but then you have to put in a power. You have to put in a player power. For both Tuckers, Epic and Insta, I put in whatever. So for Levante David, I believe the Lego power is for the crafting piece is 132.
Oh,
So
I
you
see
have
what
to
you're
just
saying.
put in. Yeah, you have to put in 132 for power for that to work, and it will go to that. You can then put in an offer for the fully crafted, which I believe is at 143. So it has to be 143 and up, and then they differentiate. That's the only way that you can do it. And now I've asked, when I did it with the Tucker, I did 2 different prices on Epic, the epics and the rares. And then I asked people who had them, and they were different offers, and they were both mine. So it did work.
Very nice. Well, hey, you figured it out. So listen to Butch. He has figured it out. 50 had put up his hand. 50, jump up here real quick. Let's talk to you real quick. What you got for us? If you're still wanting to talk, go ahead and accept it and jump up here. People are saying that a couple of people are saying that they want to get that Marvin Harrison Jr. If he's only 180 mish, just buy him. He ain't that much. Come on. All right, 50. What's up, bro?
Yo. Nah, I just put my hand up because I was gonna say the same thing Saint Goofy said.
That
you can't really differentiate between Lego you want, but I guess if there's what was Butch saying about using the power filter?
Yeah.
You gotta use the power filter, and it will differentiate your offer.
Okay, but you could still get the other Lego, right?
Yeah. So there's
if it was powered up.
Yeah, there's a chance that you would, but you would. Let's put it this way: if you have the higher powered one, if you get the Lego for the crafting, what's it going to cost you extra? Right now, those epics and those rares are so cheap that it's really not going to make a huge difference. So, but you will be able to differentiate the pricing. And like I said, I've done it twice now, and King can attest to that, because I actually was talking to him regarding it when I was doing both. So it did work.
Okay. No, that's good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, until they set a filter for the period, which would be whatever year the Lego is.
Right, yeah, it would just be period.
Yeah, you're totally right. And someone did bring that actually up on the huddle on Monday. Someone did ask Jonathan regarding that, and that should 100% be a thing, because the way that they have it is kind of dumb. It should be a relatively easy fix.
Yeah, I heard somebody asked about it on Thursday.
Saint, show me that for the Lego. Do exactly what you just did, but for the Lego, because I need to do that myself. I still need to get those two. I'm trying to get as many of these guys together as I can, because this, as much as we know that this program is going to be all month, it just feels like with only having 3 chase events, that it just feels like it's going to be short. So I feel like I'm scrambling to get everything ready for the chase event. Make a chart of pictures to show people how to do it. Yes, exactly. Cool Razor. Show us how you do it.
Yeah, there's a lot less in the store this go around.
For the Legos?
Minimal. Very minimal.
Oh, so the Darius Slay, the Debo, and who's the other one? It's the strong safety? Branch, yep, Branch. That's the one I'm not worried about. I'm going to skip out on him if I can, so I can use Derwin.
Yeah, I'll definitely go for Branch, and I'm definitely going for Slay, because I have Bradbury at 19. So if I have Slay at 19, I'm getting almost full synergy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'll be huge.
That's
And I think Slay, isn't Slay almost the same either the same power or slightly below Witherspoon?
Yes, he's like right there.
Dude,
really.
Yeah.
So is Slay better than Bland?
I would imagine.
Yeah, he could be. Yep.
Wow, that hurts my feelings. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So there's a big thing. Actually, you know, I messaged you at like 4 a.m. my time the other day.
Who me, Butch?
Which would've
Yeah,
been
probably.
It would have been about 6 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
But I messaged you about picking up a Bland.
Dude,
And,
yeah, you found one for like $350 or something, right?
No. It was 625.
Oh, $620. That's right. It was somebody else that you said something else.
Yeah, and 625, and I think the lowest, the Insta at the time was 550. But I when I actually woke up and started looking into things, I realized that Slay was going to be better than Bland, and I was like, this is
that hurts
stupid
my
of me.
heart.
So, yeah.
That hurts my heart. Man, there's a lot of cards that are just dwindling, and you know, I got another point I want to make after this, but there's like I look down at cards like Jake Elliott. Like when he first dropped, you remember Butch? He was going for so much. His Insta's like $15.
What do you mean? Do you remember? Of course, I remember. He was like, I shipped him to you for the mythical event instead of selling him for 400 mil.
Oh God! So now everybody knows my method. Oh God! Yeah, Butch helps me a little bit.
Hey man, we're all a team here. We're all a team here, right? If I can help out, and I think a lot of guys that are even listening right now know that if I can help out, I'm going to help you out regardless. So, it is what it is. I'm good.
Dude, King Elliott is at like USD at least. He's at like $15 Insta. It is so sad. There's a bunch of them. Like the GS Levante David is at like $20. I saw freaking Julio Jones is at like $30. I'm like, oh, this is just crazy. And you know, my other point with that is, you know, a few of us know that there was somebody that is selling out right now. And if you ever consider selling out, please just consider the fact that you're probably in a helmet that is doing really well. And if you sell out right at the beginning of the program, or even a week or so, 5 days or so, we need you. You know what I mean? So if you're just bouncing on us out of nowhere, that really affects how the program goes. If you plan to sell out, please wait until the end of the program to do that. That was, I'm sure most of y'all know what I'm talking about, but that was not cool.
Yeah, totally. And on that note, let's throw a big, huge shout out to Gopa.
Yeah.
'Cause that guy did it the right way. And he, like, what a freaking king. He absolutely did. That was mob mentality to a friggin' T.
Hell yeah. Shout out Gopa.
Yeah.
Shout out Gopa. 50. Hate to do this to you, brother, but you got anything else?
No, I was just gonna throw in you were talking about how Bland is gonna get like overshadowed now by Darius Slay, and year 2. I think that's just kind of something we need to expect.
Yeah.
All these year 2 cards are gonna just overpower the year 1 cards.
Dude, and that's another thing is I was telling Butch the other day, it's like, I don't know how much I really stand a chance to like continue winning mythicals like back to back to back to back. I'm probably not going to. Shout out Ruru23, what's up, brother? But I don't know how many more mythicals I can win in a row, but I definitely want to win this Jamar Chase. But another thing is I feel like if you really want to be one of the whales of year 2, now is the time. You need to start winning the mythicals, because the mythicals that are from year 1 are getting overshadowed already. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that was a point that I definitely wanted to touch on in this episode was how long we as players should hold out and hold on to year one cards. I know we like a lot of the year one cards, but and I haven't been here too long, but I mean the writing is on the wall between power creep and year two cards comparative to year one. That year one cards are essentially going to be obsolete. They are going out like friggin' the old shitty friggin' iMac computers went out.
Yep. Bonuses.
Yeah, but like we all remember those colorful computers. Those things lasted like 2 years, and they were the shittiest things on the planet. But year one cards are going the same way.
Don't forget though, like Mavi said, you still need year one cards.
We're gonna need them for bonuses, but not in a sense of making our team any better. They're just our starting lineup at least.
Totally. I would honestly, I mean, I say a lot of things, but I would bet you that year one cards will essentially lose their bonus effect in 5 to 6 months.
Possibly.
I bet you there'll be bonuses. There'll be bonuses for a little while.
Yeah.
And while we get into year two cards, while people start to accumulate, and once the idea that people have more year two cards that are able to be used for bonuses, once we get further down the line, and let's say, we get Autumn Rush coming up again or something like it, and Monster Smash again or something like it, by the time, let's say, February hits, you'll be recycling into Autumn Rush cards year two for bonuses.
Yeah.
And not year one.
Probably, yeah, definitely. At some point, I'm sure, for sure, it'll roll over. I know that there might be like at some point bonus of like, let's say kickoff or shakers. Let's say shakers. It's just shakers. It's not shakers 23 or shakers 24. So I guess we'll see. That is definitely a good point. But 50. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on. Get Ruru 23 to jump up. But thank you for coming up here and talking with you, brother. Hey, actually, one more thing I want to ask you. How is Mullet doing?
Dude, I had to put it to application.
Yeah?
I can't just leave it open now.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I'm hoping the people in it now will keep producing points. I actually have a coworker that just joined the game this week.
Woo!
Or last week. So, and I think he has the same mentality I do, where he's a grinder.
Those are the best kind. Those are the best kind.
I'm trying to get him in Discord, but
that's what we need. Discord.
I think I got 5 members now in Discord. So it's moving along. It's slowly but surely. I knew it wasn't going to happen fast, so.
Oh, yeah. It's going to take time, brother. I will tell you that. It's going to take time. But hopefully,
I'm in no rush.
Like we're expecting, the season will pick up and tickets themselves will pick up as well. So, but hell yeah, you're killing it with Mullet, man, and I'm happy to see it. I think we all are.
Sweet. Well, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to represent.
Hell yeah, you are, man. You're one of the big representatives of the mob. But all right, bud. Well, we're gonna let Ruru 23 jump up here. Thank you for hopping up and talking to us for a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. We will catch you in just a little bit. Okay, Ruru, where'd we go? We are. Oh, did he dip right whenever I said that? Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe he'll come back. If anybody else wants to jump up, feel free. I was taking a moment to try to get a few people up here to talk.
just to circle around for a minute. I know a couple people, newer guys in here that are listening. Nos Turbo being one of them, and I'm sure there's a few other guys. But they were asking about Tito. Just to put a little background information so that everyone in here knows for the interview upcoming. He's an awesome guy. Great guy. I've talked to him a bunch in the last month or so here. But he has to be one of the largest knowing collectors in the game. And his card amount and helmet collection is absolutely wild. It is massive. And he is, you know what? He didn't know me from a brick in the wall. And he helped me out on 2 cards. All I did was ask, and I mean, I did help put together a mint one for him to grab. But that being said, he, without question, without hesitation, helped me with a blueprint at Insta Price so that I could craft a captain. And you know what? He's a great guy. I think it's going to be an awesome interview. And I mean, I just think discussing the amount of cards he has in general is going to be super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. He had mentioned the fact that his rarity helmet inventory is larger than what is listed on the market. He's got more helmets than there are helmets listed on the market. I thought Chief had every card. Well, if Chief has every card, Tito has every card twice, 3 times. He's got mythicals like Derrick Henry. He's got like 3 Derrick Henrys. He's got like I want to say 2 Tyreek Hills. He had to at least have 2 because he gave one away. You know, it's like that for him. What up, Patty?
Well,
neighbor.
Yeah, he's got everything.
He's got everything. It's wild. That's another thing is obviously on the YouTube we've made it past 75. So I need to do a giveaway. I will be doing that probably in the following video. So I'm going to be posting the Hearst event either tomorrow morning or this evening. But so for those 75, I do, if you were one of the 75, I do have you taken down. You're a part of that. But I wanted to wait and not do it during Road to the Playoffs. So you got a program Lego that just doesn't really go to much. So that's why I waited. But we are at 107, I believe now. And once we reach 150, I will be doing another giveaway for a Lego that I actually received already. I don't know if some of y'all saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean, that's cool that they sent me a Lego and all, but I think I'm more pumped for the avatar icon, the little camera. Oh, man.
Yeah, the creator one. That's super awesome.
Dude, I feel so special.
You know what? What's super cool is that that they're acknowledging it. That's really neat. And I think that's we got a lot of shit to say on the constant about Jonathan and stuff like that. And I know this is kind of more so was from, I think, what's his name, Mythical Dave, right?
Mythical Mike, Magic Mike,
Mythical Mike, yeah, Mike, yeah. But like, awesome. Like, how cool is it that they acknowledge that we're doing this and it's helping at the end of the day their product out, and they're willing to throw something in to make it better. So just big props to those guys for acknowledging and adding to the process here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And talking with Mike, I was able to he's gonna make it easier on me so I don't, for the giveaways, I don't have to send you or buy something from you off of you for the amount that it will cost you to buy the Lego from me, if that makes sense. And they're just going to switch it from my wallet to your wallet. So it saves me a bit of extra myth.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, you don't pay the tax.
Exactly. So KC3 Pete has got his hand up. How about we let him jump up here? Go ahead and accept that.
Yeah,
turn your mic on, brother. How you doing?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Doing good, brother. How about you?
Living the dream one day at a time.
Shoot it as
your dream or someone else's dream,
right?
A little bit of both, I guess.
As a Kansas City fan, it must be a good dream.
I am so stoked for this season. I am ready to go.
How do you? Let me ask you this: how do you feel about Holly Brown?
Don't get beat by Bo Nix.
Yeah, no. Get beat by Bo Nix.
You got beat by Russell Wilson last year.
Oh. My brother's a Broncos fan. It's like it doesn't matter how much we dominate all fucking year long. It doesn't matter if the Broncos shit the bed every single game. It seems like every year we lose at least one game to them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they've always got a bit of a team, right? They've always got a team that can surprise you, and I think a lot of it, most of the time, has to do with the defense. But they're there.
Can't underestimate Peyton, though, dude. That guy's a fucking genius.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, Sean's gonna add some good stuff, and I think this year, with what he's got left in there, he's gonna be able to create a new mindset with that team, and I really look forward to the next 3 to 5 years of how it progresses there. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just sad about Brown. I was so excited for all that, but after I was talking to him, he's like, dude, I picked up Brown for a late season sleeper. I went back and checked my league and ended up picking him up and putting him on my bench now. He's on my IR league, so I'll have him for an end of season push when he gets back.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you there to begin with. How do you feel about Brown?
Yeah, I was so sad. I was excited for him to be there because I've always thought he was a good receiver. He just never has had a real good quarterback. You know, that's solid. I mean, Kyler's cool, solid, but how many he doesn't play every game, every season. So,
yep.
I don't know. I think he's had a tough outing. I was stoked for him to get with Mahomes, but what can you say? He'll make anybody better, so.
Hey, one and owning. Zach Wilson was lighting up those third stringers. Xavier Worthy is going to be big this year. Dude, I'm still on the Rashee Rice train. I love Rashee Rice. I don't care how many wrecks he runs away from.
Hey, he's young, he's wilding out. He's got to get it out of his system while he's young.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But I don't know. The thing with Xavier Worthy is if he can stay with it, he's so small, and even when he's working out, like he's just so small.
Yeah.
If he can put some weight on, he might have a chance because he will. He's got the speed on him, but he's a tiny dude.
He is, and so is Tank Dell, and I really do love Tank Dell. That dude's awesome, but I didn't realize how big or how tall Rashee Rice was. I thought Rashee Rice was a little guy, but then you put him up next to Xavier Worthy, and Rashee Rice is a pretty big dude.
That's true. I mean, Worthy probably makes anybody look big, though.
Yeah. Hey, dude, that kid is quick, though. I'm excited to see what him and Mahomes do. They, with Rashee Rice as the idea from last season that took them a while to really start trusting Rice, until, week like 14, 15, they really started giving him the ball, but I wonder how they handle Xavier Worthy and see what he can do.
The 50 posted a good gif of little Ray Rice there. Man, I loved that guy.
Yeah,
50, that guy was awesome, and you know what? The thing is he had that one run of his. You'll probably someone will know in here, but do you remember that one run? They were like 4th and 25, and it was either it needed to be a first down to either get into the playoffs or it was to win a playoff game. I can't remember, but they handed it off to Ray Rice, and that guy ran and broke through like 4 tackles to gain like 30 yards to get the first down. That was one of the most wild runs with this little guy, and it reminds me of Muggsy Bogues. Yeah, there it is, 4th and 29 to keep the game alive. There it is. Thanks, Moe. But that run was wild, and Ray Rice always reminded me of little Muggsy Bogues for the Charlotte Hornets, if any of you guys watch NBA. But
come on,
it's awesome to watch those little guys just kill it.
We've seen Space Jam.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm really stoked though. You're a Texans fan, aren't you? Aren't you a Texans fan?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Broncos fan till I die. Since I've been born until I die.
Really? Aren't you a Texans fan? I thought.
Butch is a Broncos fan.
I'm Broncos ride and die till the end, man.
So what you're thinking, Casey, is the?
Oh, really? I just wanted to hop up on here and let you know that I really appreciate those YouTube videos that you've been putting up. I don't know. I'm sure you're probably like, well, I wonder if anybody even really cares or watches or thinks about it or anything.
Sometimes.
But I do, and it actually helps a lot from getting to see, how your gameplay is compared to what I was doing in my gameplay. One big thing I picked up is I don't really use my timeouts as much as I noticed, or
apparently
me
neither.
Out of bounds as much as I watch when you do, and that's really improved my PD big time.
Dude, well, thank you, KC3Pete. I appreciate you acknowledging that, because you are right. I do think about sometimes where I'm like, man, does anybody actually care that I'm doing this, or is it just for me, but yeah, people have mentioned multiple times on there that I need to work on my timeout use, but a big thing with my timeout use is I feel like in my head I'm like, I should save these timeouts just in case I'm in a situation where I only have like 10 seconds and I'm going against a defense that's just not letting me get there, but I've noticed that a lot of people use their timeouts ahead of time in the first quarter or in the third quarter instead of in the second or fourth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do that for sure. So if I ever, I can throw some screen share up at some point in time, and you can watch my play. But as far as I go regarding timeouts, I would say that almost every single play I play, unless it's a touchdown run, I'm either out of bounds or I'm calling a timeout. Every single play in an event game. Every play.
Yeah, the event games, that's the main one. And I mean,
event games for sure.
Also, a big thing that I catch off of those videos that I really like is you're talking about the matchups. One of my biggest things is trying to figure out who to play and who not to play, and when you break down those, you're like, okay, well, this is why I choose that I should feel I'm going to play this dude, and this is why, kind of thing,
Thank you.
I've really paid attention to that and noticed.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, lately, where my defense is at, I try to aim below 1900, but as long as they're 1925 or below, I will say that I usually do pretty damn decent. But I think it was Saint that was saying there's a sweet spot in there, but if you go too low, you're an 1800 or below, I've been noticing that you were right about that, Saint. I will go against a team that has an offense that's 1800 or below, and they score on me or they run the clock out crazy. It's there's a sweet middle ground that you want to grab in there. And I've just been kind of fighting that. And even with this last program, this Hayden Hurst event, did anybody notice that they were doing really well in the first half? And then in the second half, you were just getting not dominated, but you were okay. So as you'll see in the video I post either this evening or tomorrow, I would get up to 40 before the half, and then the second half I would score twice, or I would get up to 32, and then I would only score twice or three times. It was just weird. I was doing really well in the first half, but the second half I wasn't able to get it done. It was very strange.
And just how they used the clock management. I remember somebody said, I think it was from the mob, I think somebody said something about it in the huddle about how the defense, their like clock timing and how much time they fucking take up is ridiculous sometimes.
Yes.
Even if they don't score, it's like, okay, we're in the second quarter here and I've scored, twice. I got a good roll going in the first quarter, and then we get to the second quarter and they get the ball. And for some weird reason, I feel like if they have the ball when the quarter ends and it switches, they always score.
Yep.
It always seems to score on me.
Yeah, that was a big thing in my videos there for a while. I was like, I expect it. Like, if they have the ball going into the next quarter, they're scoring. What were you saying?
Yeah, it's like every single time it was doing that for me. And I'm like, what in the fuck, man?
Yeah, what is up with that?
So I've noticed, I've been keeping my eye on this for a little while, and the squad leaders, we've had this conversation a few times, just regarding trying to figure out what is a good point differential. And Cool Razor actually just asked this, if you just scroll up in the chat, but he asked us, what's a good power difference to play when you're playing these events? So I have personally been trying to follow these numbers for a while, and because I wasn't overly serious about landing cards in events for the last few months, I've been really watching this, and I've found that now my team is I think I'm just over 34, a little over 3,400, 3,455, I believe. Yep. And I find that when I play teams that are somewhere in between a minus 100, 120 to a plus maybe 30, 40 is where I usually hit a sweet spot. I haven't had a game where I've played a team like that and not won by a minimum of about 50 points.
Dang.
Anytime I get into different, if I get into a plus 80 even to a plus 100, which is rare for me because I don't see those a lot, but even at those, I tend to end up winning by like 30 to 34 points. And when I go into the minus 150 and further, it's the same story. So for me, from what I've noticed, that's the sweet spot for my team anyways. And I think it just takes a little time to figure that out, but it's hard to do that when you're trying to get the absolute best matchup you're doing. And when your mindset is, my best matchup is going to be the lowest minus number I see or the highest plus number. But it's weird. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. RNG really has been very strange.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll jump off of here, fellas, and let someone else get up on here. I just really wanted to let you know, Seventh, that I really do watch those videos, and I appreciate you putting them out. They do help, so it's not lost. You at least got one that watches them.
Hell yeah, that means the world, brother. I really do appreciate that, man. It really does mean a ton just hearing that from you, because like I said, I do. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, do people actually care? So apparently some people do. So thank you. I appreciate that.
I do, and I like the like you talking about it too. It's not just like, the gameplay. I like how you talk during it to kind of explain some shit, and they're really informative for me. They've helped me out big time this last few events. So I appreciate it, my man.
Absolutely, brother. And I appreciate you. One real quick thing I'll say is I'm going to start. So for some of the events, what I want to do is so the first one, at least, I'm going to use Butch, but do kind of like color commentary instead of doing a voiceover the whole thing. I'm going to get somebody to help me, and they'll be like the commentary help. I'll be like the lead analyst, and they'll be like the play-by-play type guy. You know what I mean? And we'll go through the whole event together. And so I'll have someone to talk to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm gonna be Chris Collinsworth in that like a crazy man.
Hell yeah!
As long as one of you guys is Romo.
As long as one of us is Romo, hell yeah.
Yeah. That can be Seventh. Seventh can Romo. He can play analyze, and I'll just Collinsworth it up on the side. Now here's a guy.
Yep. Well, cool. Well, thank you,
All
Casey
right,
Three
fellas,
Crane.
well, you go ahead and kick me off here. You guys have a good rest of your night.
You too, brother. Appreciate
Thanks, man.
you coming in and appreciate the love on the YouTube channel, brother. You have a good night.
Never a problem. See you guys.
Later. All right, Jake. Let's get Jake up here. Come on, bub. My man. What's up, brother?
Going on, gentlemen?
My dude.
Hey, good. How are you?
Fantastic. If one of you guys are going to be Tony Romo, your job is solely to scream, take a timeout, take a timeout.
Take a timeout.
Totally.
Yes.
100%.
Like, what are you doing? Take a timeout, take a timeout.
Dude,
it's hilarious.
I need somebody to do that for me, clearly. I never realized
man.
how bad I was at using timeouts until I started the YouTube channel.
That is definitely something that I want to talk about here is clock management. But before I get there, I just want to say how right you are about that Hearst event, man. So I played all 15 games last night. I streamed them all. I
Same.
don't know if anybody watched, but I had a crazy weekend. I'm like, screw it. I'm saving all 15 games till the last possible second.
Right.
It didn't matter what the matchup was. The first half, I was winning games by 70 plus.
Dude,
No
straight
problem.
up. The first half,
The
I was
second
getting
half?
like 200 positive games. It's
But
crazy.
like, I'm not even talking about like the power difference. I just mean it didn't matter because I was playing any game.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care, but I was winning by 70. And then in the second half of my games, dude, I won one game by 14 points. Like, are you
Ooh.
kidding me?
Ooh, that's brutal.
14 points.
That
Like,
is
I mean, it
brutal.
didn't matter. But
I wrote. We definitely had this on our list to talk about here in this show was the RNG stuff here and what's going on with these events, and they touched on it in the huddle on Monday. I think actually a few people brought it up. So I'm really hoping, and so just to also cycle back a little bit to correspond this with Tito, and I'm sure it's going to come up in our interview with him.
Yeah.
But he's currently taking a break, so everyone knows from the game. And this guy is a absolute whale in this game, and he loves this game, and he loves collecting these cards. And he's got some stuff going on with his house and stuff that he needed to deal with. But regardless, he stepped back because in the last two events in this new year and this new stuff with power creep and the RNG, he was like, screw this. This is BS. And so he has stepped away for who knows how long, but I think it's until he's hoping that they correct this issue.
Yeah, and you know, between the game RNG and the matchup RNG, yeah, there's a lot for them to fix, you know. So I don't know, we'll see. But you know,
I'm watching my grandpa grind right now. He's sitting in the basement. I'm staring at him playing NFL Rivals. Good for you, bro.
That's
you put up those
sick.
points in Monster.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to your old man there, Jake. I think we've got ourselves a good idea for this coming mythical event because of Papa. So
Let's go.
Right? I know. I'm excited to give this a whirl. So I wanted to get like maybe 3 to 5, maybe 6 guys that are willing, that aren't going to be going for the mythical, that are willing to do this for us. If you do have buddies that are going for the mythical, like myself or King or Jake or Papa or Saint, or one and owning 50, there's this guy in another server we're in. What's his name? Lord Boss, right? He's been lowering his team to where he's a tier 5. So instead of him being a tier 1 or a tier 2 where he's getting asked to reset all the time, he's a tier 5 and he's being asked to reset probably 10 times more, which is cool because he's willing. But it seems as though, because I know I saw him over and over and over and over, I didn't want to bother him because I didn't know if that's what he was aiming for. But I think that's something we definitely need to try this chase event, especially us. And I'm sure that there's other squads doing it, but for mob guys especially. What up, Bobby? Yeah, I'm excited to do that. Who else is in?
We can even take it a step further, and I had mentioned it a few weeks ago. Actually, I don't think everybody saw it. If we are able to, if people are willing to contribute to this, we can have mob at all 5 tiers.
Dude,
have
that's
somebody at tier 1.
not a
have
bad
somebody at 2,800
idea.
tier 2. Have somebody at 2,600 tier 3.
Dude,
and all it does is opens up opportunity for resets for us. Now, it's unfortunate that we have to play the game this way, but I'm also not going to call it an exploit because everybody in the game does it. There's a difference between exploiting what the game allows us to do and simply leveling the playing field. Giving us that opportunity, it could open up some doors for a lot of people. And the other side of it too, I don't know if it's true or not, but when you are coming up to your own reset, I'm not sure if there's any validity to it, but if you're sitting there at the top of tier 1 and your team is at 3,600 power, when your reset happens, are they basing it off of that number? Because, I could be making this up in my head, but if I'm sitting at a 1,300 team, I've set my lineup to be a tier 5, and then my own reset comes, I have found much better success with having an easier tier 1 matchup. I don't know. Did they give me that matchup because they're like, wow, bro, your team's crap. You're only at 1,300?
Dude, for real. I hadn't even thought about that.
Option. If you are at an hour and 50 minutes, you have 10 minutes left until reset. Pull people out of your lineup. Have a lower power. Then when you get that reset, maybe the game's going to be a little bit more generous to you.
Dude, for real. You remember during the Hafenga event, whenever I had to get the refuel and they literally waited till the last 30 minutes?
Yep, I remember that very well.
They gave me the refuel and I get It's Vengeance. I've actually become good buddies with him, but I wasn't at that point. And even then I mentioned it to him. He was like, oh man, you should have told me. I would have given you a reset. It's like there was 30 minutes left, bro. You were done. but I got lined up with him, and it was just like, damn it. Maybe if I would have lowered my team. that is pretty smart, though. I haven't thought about that, and I am actually excited to try that. It's funny you say that because I left my team down. I don't get asked for resets a lot, and that's because I don't leave my team high when I'm not playing the event. If I'm waiting till the last day, like I have been recently, I leave my team a bit lower so that I don't have to reset a bunch, but I did notice, like you said, maybe that's why when I went to play all 15 games at once, it was because my team was lower at the beginning, and it's like catching up almost. You know what I mean?
Possible.
Right.
It's totally possible.
That is wild.
If we can just circle back to the time management thing, I definitely have a few points on there.
Dude, go for it.
If anybody would find it helpful.
I would.
Time management is definitely crucial in this game because, as we know, the more time you have on the clock, the better chance you have of scoring a touchdown. So I 100% agree with Goofy. If you are getting tackled in bounds, just take a timeout. Save yourself the 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But remember that if you are within 10 seconds of the quarter ending, there is no 5-second runoff. So if you get tackled and there's 12, 11 seconds left, wait until you see 10 seconds and then click the screen. And you will not have a 5-second runoff. You're not stopping the clock, but you're also not losing 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It can totally help. And then
correct.
to what Seventh was saying about potentially saving timeouts, there is value there. Don't sleep on calling a timeout when the time is already stopped. Because what does it do? It gives you a new set of plays.
Yeah.
So, for example, you get the ball back with 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah.
In the half. And you are all the way back inside your own zone. And you don't like the play call that timeout. Because it's going to give you a new play where you might be able to actually get a 90-yard touchdown. Now, on the other side of that, we know that running out of bounds stops the clock. It can be difficult to run a 90-yard touchdown, but running 50 yards isn't too bad, right? So let's say that you're inside your own zone and you got the wildcat play, great running play. Mm-hmm. What I do is I, run my route, go, and immediately I run out at like the 45 to 50-yard line because I know that if I try and make it all the way, my dude is going to start slowing down. He's not going to run as fast. And if I get tackled in bounds, now I need to take a timeout. My theory is that I want to spend as much time sprinting as possible. So I'm in my own end. I run it, immediately go out at the 50. Maybe I didn't even see a defender behind me. Who cares? You go out at the 50, you save that timeout, and then your next play, you're going to be able to score a touchdown. It won't be a 90-yarder anymore.
So I hear you on that, and I do something very, very similar, but I do not waste my boosts. So I will catch that ball, and I will boost my full boost. He will run it out, and I will hit my second boost. And if I hit the 20 to 15-yard line, and I don't see a defender, that's a touchdown. However, if I'm within 20 to 30 and there's a guy behind me and I've used both boosts, that's when I will run instantly out of bounds. As soon as you go out of bounds there, now you're lined up and you're not 50 yards, you're within 30 to 20 and you're golden. Like there is almost no way that you can't pick a play that's going to get you a touchdown at that point.
Not a bad idea.
And at the end of the day, a golden rule is just stop the play on every clock, or stop the clock on every play.
Yep.
If you're 100%. Able to, just stop the clock.
Yeah, get out of bounds.
Time is money.
Yeah, get in.
You're 100% right.
You're fire, KC3Pete. Jake, I hate to do this to you, brother, but I've got a very limited amount of time at this point, and I want to go ahead and try to get Patty up here. If you're okay, let's just get Patty up here with you, okay?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, Patty, jump up here, brother. How you doing, bud? You're muted, but how you doing, bud?
It's so nice to hear from you, Patty.
Jesus.
How you doing, guys?
I didn't even know which was which.
How's it going, brother?
Pretty good for a Monday, I would say.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. So what you got for us?
I mean, you actually answered it. Like, one question was like, why a lot of people with over 3,000 power in the team are in lower tiers. Is it just because of the reset, or the next next player you got to play on the events?
Did you say enemy?
Players, I don't know, my bad.
Your opponent? But I like enemy more. They're the enemy. I like that. I like that so much more. Hell yeah. The enemy. That is awesome. Oh God, I love that. You would be the one to call him the enemy, and I love that about you. But yes, so basically back to I don't know where he went, but Cool Razor was asking him. Yeah, the reset thing. Cool Razor was asking. Basically, setting your team to where you can be a benefit to the people around you that are trying to get resets. So if you have a team like yourself, Patty, that is a solid team, but you take and lower your event team down to like 15 to 1750 or so, you'll be a tier 5 team instead of a tier 1 team. And because there's very few of those teams that are actually in the pro event, you see what I'm saying? You're going to come up as a matchup for people more often than you would if you were a tier 1 team, because there's very few of these 1750s in the pro side of the event, you know?
Yeah, if people are unaware, a reset at any tier will reset all 5 matchups.
Yeah.
It's not like if you're playing tier 1, you don't need somebody at tier 1 to give you the reset. If somebody at tier 5 gives you the reset, you get a fresh 5 matchups.
Yeah, I figured that one out, yeah. But unfortunately, the last event, it was King was on tier 4, asking for a reset, and my stupid ass just click and play, and I play against a tier 4 player.
Oh, no.
But I still ending up getting the tight end. But
good. That was this event?
That was this event,
The Hearst event? I will say this. If you ever run into an issue like that, and this is probably kind of taboo, but this is just between us. But if you ever run into an issue like that, literally just close your game out and throw in a support ticket, and they will give you that fuel back. Just say that your game crashed and you don't know what happened. That's what happened, and they will give you that fuel back.
I have already an open ticket, but I never hear from them. I don't know. It takes forever because you guys know I like to gamble. I like to open packs. So once I open a pack, I got non-luminous from a luminous pack.
Ooh.
I texted support ticket, but it was the Shakers event. I was like, I'm still waiting for an answer. That's kind of annoying, though.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Papa Bear pulled a rare from an Epic Plus pack, so...
Oh, my God. That is awful. Yeah, I heard about that 99% chance coming from those Epic packs. How many of y'all got that?
Oh, that sucked so bad. I was so mad.
That you missed it, right?
So busy that day.
Same.
Oh, it was brutal.
Yeah, I missed out on it too. Big sad. It was a free Lego.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the tight end. I forgot it.
Damn.
I just wanted to touch quick on what Goofy said.
Go ahead.
You guys should be, if you are desperate for a reset, you can hit play on all 5 tiers and maybe randomly get a reset. It's happened plenty of times, guys. Like, you click on it, oh, this opponent is no longer available, and boom, you get a fresh 5 matchups.
Definitely has happened to me multiple times.
I cycle through all 5 matchups every single time I get a top tier matchup that I don't want to play. And you know what's funny is the biggest resets I get, other than asking top tier resets, is number 5. Those are a haven for resets.
Yep.
You ever see Run the Table down there? He is a 3,400 team who leaves his event team at 1,300. Mm-hmm. You see Run the Table as your bottom matchup, give it a go. You might get a reset.
Heck yeah.
Okay, I have a question to the reset. So I was at it's middle of the night, Sunday to Monday. I have a couple open games. Monday 11 a.m. is deadline. We say nobody's online. I just get a refresh from one of you guys. So is it from that point where I get a reset around 2 hours when I get the automatically reset?
So are you asking are you asking if it's like from the moment that you finished your game, or if it's like every 2 hours from the beginning of the event? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. When is the time from the in-game reset?
It's 2 hours from when you see that matchup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you have not opened the game, your matchup has not changed. So you need to go in right when the event starts and go, okay, look, there it is. Set a timer for 2 hours. And then when that timer goes off, you need to go look again, because looking again is what resets the 2 hour timer.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's like, when they're looking up for rivers, so when they're looking up, it says like, 12 hour I have time. The time when looking up, I got the river in the league games. It's like the same thing with the resets.
Yep.
Okay. I have another question.
Go for it, brother.
Guys. Some of you guys are in the league, right? In the fantasy football league?
Yes, sir. Which one? We have a couple of them. I think there's 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the OGs and rookies, the one that you're in with us, that's the one I'm assuming you're questioning. What do you got for me? I'm in that one.
I need the help of all because I'm inside my fantasy league in the company, and we play for $100. And I think like maybe you guys can help me out with drafting my team.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Hell yeah. Dude, hell yeah. I will say though, who is in that? Jake, or no, who is in the was it 50? There's a couple of y'all, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that are in the OGs and rookies fantasy league. Patty, you did really well for your first time drafting.
Yeah. So I'm not really good in fantasy football. I'm really good in gambling and playing video games. So
yeah,
that's the reason I'm asking you guys, because I figure out you have more knowledge in football.
Dude, so yes, just like 50 said, stream your draft and a bunch of us will sit there and watch with you and basically help you with what you should do. Do you know how to stream on here?
Yeah, I know that. I will do it on PC anyways, I think. Yeah, I will do it on PC so I can stream it straight to Discord. So I will let you guys know so you all know.
Yeah, so when is your when I die, I want you to be the one to tell me. You hear that, Patty? Oh God. So when is your draft?
I think it's Sunday. It's scheduled for Sunday, 3 p.m.
So what time
Eastern
is it there now?
America, 8:35.
So 3 o'clock your time. So it'll be what, 4 o'clock my time?
I don't know.
No.
3 p.m. No, 3 p.m. in Ohio. So
It's 2 o'clock your time. He's Eastern.
Oh,
Patty is
Eastern.
So West Coast is 3 hours behind. And
Yep.
7. You should be 1 hour behind, right? It's 7:30 right now for you.
Yep.
It's 8:30.
Yeah.
Oh, for me. It's
Yeah.
8:30.
So you're.
Yeah. Patty is the same time zone as me.
Okay. So then cool. Then so it's set to Eastern. So so that would be 2 o'clock my time. Am I tripping? Am I at the wrong time? So 3 Eastern would be 2. Yeah, 2 my time.
If it's 3 o'clock, Patty, it would be 2 you, and it would be noon for Butch.
All right.
Okay. Well then
If
I
you have
will.
time, I would appreciate that.
Absolutely. Do this though.
Yeah.
Shoot a message out or go on to the main chat in the Rivals, or not the Rivals, the mob server, and basically just put at here, so at HERE, and just be like, if y'all want to help me with my draft, I'm about to start drafting and I'm about to start streaming, and then just go into the stream, share your screen so we can see what you're doing, and I'm sure there's plenty of us that'll jump in there and try to help you with that, man. But you, like I said, you did great on the last one, so I wouldn't doubt yourself.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course, brother. I look forward to that.
I just want to draft 2 defense first and 2 kickers, but
Yeah,
they said no.
two defense, 2 kickers. That's the strategy.
Justin Tucker is a great first-round pick.
Yeah,
Oh, I know him. Yeah, sounds familiar. Must be right.
sounds familiar. Well, cool. Well, all right, guys. So I gotta get back to the wife and the baby, but tonight has been fun. I have recorded this one, and like I said at the beginning, I'm gonna start trying to record all of these so it's more content on the YouTube channel, and hopefully that will in turn bring some more eyes to the Twitch channel and the YouTube, and hopefully bring some more people to the mob. But to everyone that was with us tonight, I really do appreciate y'all all hanging out for about an hour and a half now. So this was solid. And Butch, thank you, brother. And for everyone that's wondering, Butch will be with us for the foreseeable future until Threes comes back. But yeah, so thank you guys. Does anybody have anything else before we dip out of here?
Yeah. Thank you for doing that, everything. I know it's a lot of work and a lot of input, and I really appreciate that you're doing that. It's a lot of work, man.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I do everything I do for y'all.
Thank you, man.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's awesome.
Have a
Awesome.
great night, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. You do the same. Y'all have a great night, guys, and I will catch y'all later.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
I will be back.
Yes, sir. Later, guys.